It's time to answer your Twitter questions as we do every Monday here on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange with Jim Cramer. Jim, let's start with Twitter itself. Douglas asks, is Twitter finally getting in the profit stagecoach?
Well, I think that people have to recognize that everyone uses Twitter. So everyone's kind of fed up that given the fact that every time you see a name on TV, it always has the Twitter handle. So people are saying, well, why can't they monetize that? And then the inevitable question comes back to, well, is it just the leadership of the company? And is it going to change? Is Dick Costolo out? I think that the business is so strong, but they haven't been able to put a dollar amount on the business. I do think the stock has bottomed. I know when Dick Costolo stopped selling, the stock stopped going down. If he is just done selling, I think the gravitational pull will be higher.
Here's one on Cliffs Natural Resources. Jay says he's down 25%. Ride it or get out.
I've hated Cliffs for so long. I mean, I know management's been critical of my view, but it's an iron company, and Action Alerts owns Vale, V-A-L-E, and we know that's been a disaster. The iron companies, the big guys, BHP, Rio, have decided to have a price war. They keep producing. That's why it's bad news for Cliff.
We've gotten a couple questions today on Alibaba. Mark says he got in late and wants to know, is it a sell or a hold?
Well, look, Alibaba, I've always liked Yahoo because I think there's more ways to win, and I think that you ought to swap out of Alibaba into Yahoo because I think that Marissa Mayer is going to monetize the Alibaba stake, and there's a lot of other good things that can happen once that happens.
All right, and lastly, Howard wants to know your thoughts on United Rentals. Should we expect a reversal?
Well, United Rentals went very big into the oil patch, and right now what's going to happen is that anyone who's in the oil patch, even peripherally like a Dover or at all like the offshore companies or any service company, they're not done. They have to go down because oil's going to break at least to 43, and at that point, maybe we can look at these stocks, but as long as people have a lot of buys, and I really like URI, but they are in the patch, and if they're in the patch, people think numbers are going to be too high. If numbers have to be cut, stocks go lower. That's just the way it works.
All right, there you have it. Make sure to tweet your questions for Jim at Jim Cramer every Monday using hashtag CramerQ. That's Jim Cramer. I'm Brittany Humar for The Street.